So let's start.
All right. Yes, you can hear me online as well. Perfect. Good. We are ready to go after a little bit of delay now with our technical equipment. We managed everything. We have two wonderful speakers that are here to tell us more about what's coming up after graduation. So I hope that more students will watch it afterwards. We have a couple of people online as well. To everyone that's not part of our Harbor Space world, welcome to our Space Talks. Today's topic is all about job hunt success. And without wasting any more time, big hand for Alba and Agata.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are really happy to be here, so thank you for this invitation. And as being said, so today we would like to talk about how to look for a job after you finish your studies. Okay. So in more details, what we have prepared for you today. So we would like to start with a short intro, just to introduce ourselves a little bit better, PepsiCo and Digital Hub, so you know where we are coming from. And then we'll talk about how to prepare your profile, where to look for jobs, some tips for interviews to have in mind, and as well what we have at PepsiCo, what opportunities are available for you, okay? And then at the end, we'll have Q&A. And as well, we would like to keep the session interactive, yeah, so we would like your participation as well. Okay, so a little bit about myself. So I'm Agata Borovska. I'm Global TA Manager for Digital Hub at PepsiCo in Spain. So I'm originally from Lithuania, and I've been living here in Barcelona for 9 years already. I'm at PepsiCo for 6 years. I did different roles for Europe, for the UK market, and currently I'm doing a role for Global. And yeah, with that, I will hand over to Alba to introduce herself.
Thank you, Agata. Okay, so I'm super happy to be today here with all of you. I'm Alba. I joined PepsiCo as a global TA partner almost a year ago, and it's been a really nice journey. I am in charge of the data science roles and also the junior profiles. Great, thanks. Okay, so I will start from the beginning. I don't know if all of you know about PepsiCo, but the PepsiCo, as we know it today, it was born in 1965 when the CEO of Pepsi-Cola and the CEO of Frito-Lay signed a deal to merge their companies. And also, for the ones that maybe don't know us, here you can see a bit our products and our iconic brands and our company in numbers. So I would like to take now the opportunity to ask you to present yourself. What's your name? What are you studying at the moment? And which is your favorite PepsiCo product? We can maybe start from there.
There is a volunteer over there in a white shirt. Masha.
Okay, my name is Masha.
Okay.
It's my third year of bachelor program here. I have a major in interaction design and two minors in digital marketing and high-tech entrepreneurship. About my favorite product, I would say Pepsi. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
My name is Arita. I'm doing a master's degree. I'm finishing my master's degree here in product management and with minor in digital marketing. What else?
What's your favorite product?
What's my favorite? No, I wanted to say a little bit more about myself, but clear. My favorite product? I guess Ruffles. Yes, I kind of like them the past 2 months.
Okay, good one, good choice.
Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm doing a digital marketing bachelor's, and my favorite product is Aquafina.
Nice, thank you.
I can introduce myself without a mic, so it's like, okay. Okay. My name is Eve. I'm majoring instruction design here, and unfortunately, I can't eat or drink all of this because of health reasons. But I would say that my favorite product is Lace. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Hi, my name is Sanjay and I love chips. No, the chips are the best in the market.
Thank you, thanks.
My name is Amir. I studied interaction design here as well, and I didn't realize that all of this is part of PepsiCo. I used to love Gatorade, don't drink it anymore. Doritos, don't eat it anymore. Yeah, Ruffles is the best.
Also the products
Good.
in the Spanish market, right?
Yeah, most of them are Spanish ones.
In other countries.
Yeah, it depends also. Yeah, for example, in USA you can find like some crazy flavors that you cannot find here. So yeah, it depends. Or in India too. Yeah, yeah.
And the spatula as well is part of our
Whenever we have corporate events here, we always buy ice. No kidding.
That's good then.
Ruffles with sour cream and onion is spectacular.
Yes.
My discovery of the year. Sour cream and onion.
True.
So usually Pringles have it.
Good job,
but
Pepsi.
Ruffles just top that flavor. They
Sure, sure. Yeah, maybe you can come someday to the office because we have in our kitchens plenty of those chips.
Lucky.
Yes. What? In our kitchen. If you come to PepsiCo in Cornellà, you can take some. Sure.
Yeah. My name is Anastasia. I say my favorites are Lay's and Pepsi and Cheetos and Ruffles. Yeah. Lipton as well.
Cool. Great. So thank you all for participating. I don't know if anyone else wants to say something. If not, we can maybe later connect. Okay. Okay, so moving on a bit of our vision and mission, we are now super compromised with sustainability. So we have this PEP positive initiative that at the end is a strategic transformation that puts sustainability in the center of everything that we do, setting boundaries and inspiring positive changes also for people, for different communities, and also for the planet. So focusing in the digital hub, that's where Agata and I are like mainly focusing on recruiting talent for. We opened these digital hubs for PepsiCo around 2020, 2021, where the company decided that we wanted to accelerate the digital transformation. So we work in both ways. We work in an innovative way where the teams propose different applications and digital solutions to the business, and also where the business makes some requirements to the digital hub to accelerate or change some process to make it digital, and at the end, as we always say, to be better, faster, and stronger. We chose Barcelona for the variety of digital tech talent that we have here. We have a lot of good universities. We have also other innovative hubs here. So that's why we chose Barcelona. And then inside the digital hub, you can see a bit our culture in numbers. We have the 33% of our people are female. We are partnering with a lot of organizations to increase this number even more. Also, you know that in tech roles it's difficult, but we are working on that. So, for example, this year, our objective is to present at least 50% of the candidates in each selection process female. So we hopefully we will achieve the equality soon. Our objective is by 2025. Then we are also a very diverse and inclusive community that we have in the hub. We have more than 30 nationalities, so people from all over the world are coming to the office, and that's also nice because we take this opportunity to celebrate different cultural celebrations, for example, Chinese New Year, also the Diwali from India, so it's also a great place to interact with one each other. And then we are also a pretty young community. And our culture is also defined by what we say work that works, which means that we work in a hybrid model and also with a flexible schedule. As a reflection of that, we like to go to the office also to celebrate, to share, and to connect. And as you can see here, we have a room where we can play ping pong and also footballing. The other day we did the Tuesday arepas. Some days we also go to play some paddle that we have courts near the office. And we also like to do some networking events. For example, in this picture over here, you can see some of our tech girls explaining a project that they were working on, so the other teams can get a sense of what's going on.
Super. Thank you so much, Alba. So now let's go to the second part of our presentation. And before we start, I wanted to share with you a little bit of my personal experience when I finished my studies, when I finished university, where I found myself. It's true that I studied philosophy, so it's a subject that it's more broad, yeah, and the career path might not be that clear in the beginning. So what I wanted, at least what I learned, that it is okay not to be 100% sure what you want to do after you finish your studies, yeah? So what I would advise here from my experience is that still to go for what looks interesting to you, okay? What really, like, where your attention goes, yeah? What you feel that you might enjoy doing, yeah? So I, for example, when I finished my studies, I came here to Barcelona. I moved to Barcelona, and I thought, well, I'll just spend the summer here. I'll go and find a job maybe in a restaurant as a waitress, and then I started sending my CVs everywhere. And then as another option, I thought maybe I might be a teacher. So as well, I sent my CVs to some roles that were looking for an English teacher. And as well, I had in mind that HR could be another area of my interest. So I sent to one job ad for a HR role, and actually I got a job there. And this is where I am today. And another advice would be to be persistent and remember, if one door was closed, another one will be open. Yes, so in a job search, what happens that you really need to be patient with the process, yeah, because job search can take time. Yeah, so if you was rejected or was not selected for one process, just keep going and keep looking. Yeah, do not give up. And another learning is that first years of your journey are for learning. So from my experience when I just started my internship in talent acquisition, I wanted to make an impact from the very first week of my experience there. But the truth is, the reality is that those first years are really just to gain as much as experience as you can, yeah, from the company, from the role where you are in. So focus on learning and gaining as much experience as you can, okay? And as well, another learning is that professional path is not always linear, yeah, and it should not be linear. So if you started your career, I don't know, in front end, and after several years you see that maybe you're interested more in user experience, that's okay, yeah? It should not, if you started in one area, it's not necessarily that where you should continue if you feel maybe that's not your thing, yeah? So it's not always linear. It can move, yeah, into other areas, into other sides. And as well, another learning is that at the end, professional career is a journey, and it can take you somewhere that you can see now at this very moment, yeah? So just having all that in mind, I just wanted to encourage you to, yeah, to be true to yourself, to have this confidence, yeah, and really do what inspires you, okay? Okay, and now let's go into what we are here for. So, preparing your profile. First of all, we wanted to do a little exercise once again, and a question for you. Yeah, looking at the CV, what do you think about the CV? Is there anything that maybe concerns you, comes to your mind? Any comments? Yes, straight to the point. Correct, yeah. This picture most probably is not the best one, right? It's not for a CV. It could be maybe for Instagram, yeah, for Facebook, but definitely not for a CV. So, well done. And this one, when you look at this CV, what do you think? Yeah, it's actually a CV. Okay, fonts, what else? Colors, yeah, it's really colorful. And looks long, yes.
It's like a schoolgirl diary. Different pens, different colors.
Yeah, gives an impression that it's not a really professional. Yeah, doesn't give a feeling of professional. Okay. Yeah, very good. And this one, what do you think about this CV? Not structured. Everything is centered. Uh-huh. No highlights, yeah, no summary. It's hard to focus your attention, where to focus your attention to, no? Mm-hmm. Anything else? Yeah, you're right. Actually, I totally agree with everything what you said. So this is just, it can give you a sense, yeah? So how CV should not look like. and as well, you can put yourself into recruiters' shoes when you write your CV, okay? So just a few tips how to prepare a good CV. So as someone as well mentioned, yeah, so include a summary to describe what motivates you and what you're looking for, especially when you just finish, when you're just after your graduation, after school. Yeah, so it can help you as well to introduce yourself, yeah, and explain actually what are you looking for. Then make sure it reflects you and your skills. So, yeah, try to be transparent, yeah, and really say what are your key strengths, what you can bring to a company, okay? And about a picture, I would say from our experience, probably it's not necessarily, yeah, some people they include as well, it depends on the country. In Spain, sometimes we receive CVs with pictures, sometimes not. So it depends. So I would say it's not necessarily a requirement. Okay. Include hobbies. Obviously, those that can show some other skills, yeah, and some other experience that you have. Maybe it can be volunteering. Maybe it can be, I don't know, sports. It says, well, could be addition, yeah, to your CV. Pay attention to format and structure, yeah, as we could see in previous examples. It's important, yeah, it gives like the first impression. And as well, be accurate and double check you leave no typos, yeah, so pay attention to those details, because this is as well another thing that, well, changes the impression, yeah, once you find a typo, for example. And another thing that could be a good practice to ask feedback from your peers or more senior colleagues. So when you prepare a CV, just share it with someone and ask for feedback, because sometimes when you work on something so long, you might lose the details. So a fresh, new eyes could give another perspective. So this is a little bit about the CV. And then about the LinkedIn. Yeah, as you know, LinkedIn is another social media tool, professional social media tool that is widely used. So when you look for a new job, the suggestion would be, especially if you're looking for a job in tech, in digital, to have your LinkedIn profile. Okay, that can increase the opportunity to find a role. So about the photo. Yeah, so the suggestion would be to choose a photo that focus on your face, okay? And friendly, with a smile. Then about the headline, especially when you just, again, finish your study. So your headline could be descriptive, okay? It's not necessarily, I don't know, front-end developer, UI designer. It can be from a student that somewhere passionate about blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it can be descriptive. And another tip would be to write about section. Yeah, it's again, as in the CV, it stands for a summary. Another thing, you could share links in your experience or in education sections. That could give a little bit more dynamism, yeah, to your profile. And as well, add any other relevant experiences, such as volunteering, for example, or some hobbies. Yeah, so similar as in a CV. Okay, so any comments, any questions? Okay, and then I will hand over to Alba to continue.
Yeah, thank you. So moving on, where to find a job? We recommend different job boards. For sure, LinkedIn is the one, I think that we use it every day to find the profiles that we want to hire. Just for you to know, each minute, 6 people find a job in LinkedIn. So maybe one of them can be you. So that's why it's important to have a really great LinkedIn profile, and also to establish a good networking. So we also encourage you to add on your LinkedIn professionals that have similar experiences and interests as you, and also more senior people that work in companies that you find also interesting, so that you can start building a really good networking for your future. Then, yeah, there are also other job boards that work really well, like TikTok, Student Job, in your case, for more junior and entry-level positions. Glassdoor, where you can also see anonymous reviews for the employees that work in different companies, so you can also get a sense on how is it to work there. And also Indeed. Then for sure, take the advantage of your university career services. Visit the company websites. We recommend you to create a list of companies that you've seen they have a lot of roles that really catch your attention, or maybe that you feel like your values align very well with some company. We really recommend you to make a list and then to visit their websites, because all of them have a career page. As we were saying, networking, you can do it through LinkedIn, but also going to job fairs and different events. Here you can see some pictures. We try to be in a lot of them, and at the end, it's super nice for us and to meet you in first person, and it's a great opportunity for you to present yourselves and to get to know how is the company. Then we'll move on with some interview tips. For sure, you have to prepare them, and you have to do some preparation before. We highly recommend you to research the company, what is the culture of the company, a bit of the history, the organization, and so on. Then also to review the job description for you to understand what is expected for that role. Then also practice interview questions so that you have the ability to answer those questions when you are in the interview, that you for sure will get a bit nervous in the first ones, but then it will be easier. Then prepare examples. When you are more junior, maybe you don't have that wide experience, but you can always put examples of projects that you've been working on to demonstrate your fit with the role. Then for sure choose appropriate clothing. For example, at PepsiCo, we can dress as we feel and as we are, so it's like a casual dress code. But imagine that you want to apply to a consultant firm, maybe you'll have to adequate your clothing. Then prepare questions, and also plan your journey in order to be punctual, or if you're going to do a Zoom interview, find a quiet place and in order to have no distractions and to be focused on the interview. And another recommendation can be to connect on LinkedIn, as we were saying, to create this network with people of that business, that company, to understand their profiles, what are they doing, where they come from, what have they studied, so that you can have more information on that. And then during the interview, we recommend you to listen carefully to the interviewer's questions and instructions, to also stay calm and be concise when you answer those questions. Practice good body language. And for sure, show enthusiasm and be positive, because as a junior profile, what we value the most is the motivation. And be yourself, showcase your fit, as we were saying, with examples of projects and other skills. And when you finish, thank the interviewer, and you can also do like write a follow-up email thanking the time and maybe asking for next steps. So the interview workflows are different in every company. And for example, in PepsiCo, we have different ones depending on the teams. We have in the Digital Hub teams of data engineering, data science profiles, service design, product management, software engineering, and all those that you can see here. And for each of them, we have a tech interview focused mostly on the technologies that you are going to use in each team. And also it depends on the project that you will be working on. For example, here I put some examples that the big project that we have now going on, IBP. For example, it's an integrated business plan that allows different departments, you can say supply chain, finance, marketing and commercial department to have one demand forecast planning for all of them so that they are aligned in all the business requirements. So as we have different teams, different positions, what we wanted to transmit to you is the most important things that we value and that are common to all of them is that we expect you to have a fluent English, also a good level of Python, that you graduated from bachelor or master's degree in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. Then also to have strong analytical and problem-solving skills. And it's a good point if you manage well with agile methodologies. And then we also asked our colleagues in the hub which do they think that are the most important skills to be successful in our digital hub, and they answered managing time, energy, and resources effectively to deliver results with high quality and in time. Then also to have the capacity to generate and embrace creative ideas, the ability to adapt when facing challenges, so resilience at the end, and to have effective communication skills and be a good team player. At the end, the Digital Hub is a global organization. We have one here in Barcelona, but the teams maybe can be split. You can have a teammate in USA, in the DH of USA, or maybe in India. So it's really important, good communication, and also learnability.
Super. Thank you, Alba. Okay, and then I would like to talk what opportunities we have at PepsiCo, yeah, for early talent. So we have two programs. One is called First Gen, and the second one is Dare to Do More. So First Gen, it's internship with us. It can take from 3 to 12 months, okay, so up to 1 year. So usually the profile we're looking for is someone just recently, freshly graduated from university, a bachelor or master. And the contract is internship contract, okay? For Dare to Do More, it's a 2-year rotational graduate program, so it's a little bit different. For this program, we are looking for early talent who has at least 6 months, 1 year of experience, okay? Someone who has some professional experience already. And it's like accelerated learning program in the company, yeah, that will you will go through different departments or projects, well, depending on the function. If it's currently we have for data science and data engineering. And the idea is so you can learn as much as you can during those 2 years, okay? Then later on to set you for success in the company. This is Europe-wide virtual competition, okay? So the recruitment process is slightly different. It's not usually when you just send your CV and then recruiter calls you or not. Here, you need to pitch your idea. So you will have a business case to work on, and instead of sending your CV, we will be asking you to send, well, your idea. Yeah, how would you solve that business question? So, yeah, so there will be a selection process on a local level and then on European level, and the finalists will go to meet with global team, and there will be one winner whose idea would be actually, well, will be real, yeah, will be executed, yeah, and that idea will be presented as well to our CEO. So it's exciting and interesting program, okay. Okay, so the recruitment process, about Dare to Do More. So I touched base a little bit, and for the First Gen for internships, so you apply through our website, then you would have a video interview, you would meet with a hiring manager, and at the end you have an offer. And for Dare to Do More, as I mentioned, so you will need to submit business case, and you will have online assessment, there will be local finals, and then hiring manager interview and job offer. Okay, and scanning this QR, you can find our current openings. And I'll let Alba tell a little bit more what currently we have open.
Thank you, Agata. Yes, so we are just now recruiting 3 interns for data science that will be joining us in September. Scanning the code, if you introduce in the keywords internship, data science, you will find it super fast. And also for 2024, as Agata was explaining, we'll have more Dare to Do More profiles joining, and the recruitment process starts in May, right? So if we can connect on LinkedIn and you are posted in PepsiCo jobs also, you will then get the opportunity to apply and be part of this competition. So then we wanted to know if there are any questions that we can help you with. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We had an online question from one of our members, audience members on YouTube, saying, especially for LinkedIn, it feels very frustrating. It's very difficult that if you send out 100 requests, 90% of them are just ghosting you and never reply, and 6 of them tell you no. Do you have recommendations, suggestions on how to change that?
Okay, I can take that. Well, so the first suggestion and the first as well question to this question would be how that person sends the invite. If there's, the suggestion would be to add a little message and to make it a little bit more personal, okay? Because when you send an invite, you can send a little message and just present yourself and tell why you want to connect with that person, yeah? So it can really increase a number of acceptances, okay? And the next thing is, well, LinkedIn is as well made for networking, yeah? So sometimes maybe you're not going to get the result immediately, yeah? Of course, if you apply for a role, then yes, like you are really like presenting yourself for a role. But if you're just connecting with people, so I can understand, yeah, that if you want an immediate result, you might not get it immediately, yeah? So it's like more for networking, more for creating your contacts, etc.
Yeah, so regarding the interview, I just want to make sure, I just want to ask you, when is the best time to discuss the salary budget? So, which is really important for many people. Is it okay to have it before the HR call or during HR call? Because many people, they do it and at the end they understand this is not the one because they don't want to waste time. So when is the best time to do it?
Sure, we actually, at PepsiCo, we discussed the salary matter in the first call with HR, so it would be with us. And at the end, the question is for you, what are your expectations for us to understand where are you allocated and understand at the end if we can offer you something that will be attractive or maybe we can be in touch for another opportunity. Maybe the
After you. You want it? No, I just yes. And in this case, how do candidates, like the graduate, evaluate his experience and potential experience? How do they see this rate of the salary? Where they can find this information?
Glassdoor, yes.
Glassdoor.
As we recommended, yes, Glassdoor. Mm-hmm. It's a good portal to see these kind of things. Salary ranges, different companies, exactly, different benefits also.
I have a more, I think, precise question according to the hiring process. Do you hire people only with a permission to work in the Spain, or if it's not the Spain, the country which is actually like hiring maybe in Europe, other Europe country, with the permission to work in this country, or you also have an opportunity or possibility to, after the hiring process, actually gave the person the sponsorship visa or kind of like permission to work?
Yeah, so it depends, yeah, because again, we need to evaluate the talent pool for a particular role, yeah. So if we're talking about early careers, the talent pool is really wide here locally, yeah. So we usually are not, let's say, yeah, we're not sponsoring, yeah, for junior roles. For more senior roles, when the talent market is more tough, then there is a reason, yeah, and then usually for more senior roles, yes, we do that.
In the middle roles?
Sorry?
Middle roles?
Middle roles, it depends as well on the talent market, yeah, because there should be as well like a clear reason for the business why they should do that.
Yeah, the next question, how to highlight your CV in this case to show that you actually even, it will be very valuable for the company to even process you after that to hire, because at the beginning you usually tick the question that if you have permission or not.
Mm-hmm.
And as I understand, at the beginning of the process, you already like separating people based on this kind of feature, characteristic. So yeah, how to highlight your CV to push the process further. So you will actually invite me or someone else for an interview to actually see the person and then decide if you will able to give the visa sponsorship or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so usually before we even start recruitment process, we discuss those details, yeah, with hiring managers, with HR, and we discuss those details so we know in the beginning, yeah, if we can do that or not, yeah. So usually for some roles, for internships, we even put in the job description that like as one of the requirements, yeah, that person who applies would need to have right to work in the country, yeah. And then in your CV, I would say as well to highlight in your details, you can, as a candidate, can put that.
There was one more question.
Yeah, same question.
Regarding the CV types, because I've heard that, for example, the CV types are, I don't know, in the US could be different from here. I don't know which one is more common here in Spain. Functional combination, or I don't know. Can you tell me more about it? Because I've been watching those videos that they were explaining, yeah, just simple ones are working really good in the United States, but not here in Spain. It should be a bit more creative, make it a bit more beautiful, not just simple complaint text. So, yeah, because it depends on the culture of the HRs in that country, maybe. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I would say, well, then Alba, you can as well share your point of view. But I think when it comes to CV, as we were talking, in the tips, so make sure that it as well reflects you. Yeah, of course, not to have the CV that is like totally colorful, because you know the let's say the impact, the first impression it creates. But I would say, make sure that all those tips are ticked, and as well do not overdo. As well try to keep it as simple as possible, because think that as a recruiters, we see so many CVs during the day. So it's just literally the first seconds, the first minute really, really matters, the first impression.
I would also say that it's super important that you have all the keywords of the function that you are applying to in your CV. Because at the end, and every day more, our systems, our CRM and ATS systems to evaluate the candidates will be working with artificial intelligence and so on, and they will read the CVs and tell you if this person has all the features that we are looking for.
So it's better to take the keywords from the job description and match it to the CV, kind of.
If you have
not exactly.
so,
I mean,
but
It reflects your
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah, for me the thing is that if you are applying, I don't know, for data science, that to be sure that in your CV you are stating that you have worked with Python, you have done this regression model in that project, so that then when we read it, for me it's like instantly, okay, this person is a fit to the role, you know?
So you use CV screening, tools. So that
Yeah.
was my next question. So
It doesn't work as this magic as I put it in words, but I think it will be the future for sure.
okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, let me add one question that I'm curious about, which is regarding the interviews. I heard a couple of recommendations, not just a single time, that to leave a long-lasting impression on a position where there is many applications, you need to finish good with questions in return. Such as, for example, how would you evaluate my success after 12 months? Do you feel like that's adding value? Do you feel that there are other questions that you can recommend?
Okay, yeah, well, I think maybe this is a bit personal sometimes, and it depends on the recruiter and the company, actually. But I feel it's always a plus to show that you are interested and committed to the position and to the company. I think the question that you shared is a good example, and maybe. The other day, I have a practical example. A candidate asks me, what can I change or learn in the next 6 months to be the perfect candidate or the perfect employee for the team? I would say this.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah. I would echo Alba, and I would say that the questions that that are so specific, yeah, and really can give you more information about the role are always welcome, and as well it shows that you're curious, that you are interested. So I would say it's a plus, yes.
Also regarding to the LinkedIn, I've seen one tip that if you actually apply for a job and you kind of know exactly in which department this job will be, you can also find the person in LinkedIn and try to connect with him and to message him. Is it appropriate or not? Is it working or not? What's like your opinion on that?
I think it's a good way, proactive way to learn more about the company and about the role. So I would encourage and try, yeah, and see if it works. I personally haven't tried it, but I think it's a good proactive way, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, it's already past 1 o'clock, which is also, by the way, the reason why there was people coming in. It was the start of a class. To everyone, thank you for coming. To our online audience, thank you for joining in. Stay up to date on our YouTube channel, Instagram channel for following events. One more time, pleasure to welcome you here and hope to see you again.
Thank you so much.